Welcome back to AnimeAnalysis. It is the long-awaited Hunter x Hunter update. We're going to find out what information we have. We're going to find out what the fan base wants. And we are going to discuss when we think Hunter x Hunter could return. So I've started here on the Wikipedia page because it mentions that the most recent volume came out October 4th, 2018. And there are chapters here that are not yet put in a volume that ran from September to November. That was the last time the Hunter x Hunter writer did anything for the series. That's the most important thing. He hasn't done anything since 2018. You know, when I made the confirmed 2019 video, I was very confident that, okay, he's writing again. This is good. The problem is that he has not started writing whatsoever again since this entire year. Continuing from that, he has revealed that he's going to finish the series. Now, unfortunate as it is, as you look at the date on this article, this was when he was writing it, and he still hasn't written it. Now, would his mind change? I don't know. I mean, I don't want him to rush an ending. I think that's the biggest thing in the world, but he did say right here, I need to finish writing Hunter x Hunter. It has come to a point where the story concludes first, or I die before that happens, but I do intend to finish it. The last thing we want is a rushed ending. Is the biggest thing here. So either he needs to really step it up and get writing, or he's going to pretty much have no choice but to rush an ending that nobody's really going to enjoy. Honestly, the 2 filler episodes they gave us was a better suited ending than anything else. So I think that is what we have to watch out for. But it's been over 20 years and he still hasn't finished it, which is crazy. But he would have finished it in maybe 10 years. Maybe even less than that if he was able to consistently keep on writing. Then we've got another article about what the fans want. Now the fans want something a little bit different. The fans don't want a new season. At least some of them don't. And essentially the reason why is what I said earlier. They might rush an ending and it might not be very good. People are wondering if the anime studio wants to write their own material and try and finish it up that way instead, and Togashi, I don't think would advise that, but they might be able to do it anyway, and they said their argument was because the last season of Game of Thrones sucked because it didn't have any source material. That's usually what happens when you're based off of a book or a comic book or whatever it might be, and you get ahead of where the book is. A lot of people usually don't like the original endings. I can say that works sometimes, but doesn't work other times. I'd like to bring Akame ga Kill up into question. I know a lot of people didn't like the way Akame ga Kill ended. I think it wrapped everything up perfectly, despite the fact that it didn't end the manga the way the manga did. I really don't see a problem with it. That's what I have to say. But a lot of other people have been saying that Togashi should take his time with the manga, and they don't necessarily need a second season, or a new season I should say, because they don't do the season format, so we don't know what they're going to call it. But they're saying they don't really need a new season, and they'll just kind of wait until he's done. And they don't care how long it takes because they want to make sure that everything's fine, so all that stuff is cool. Now there is a really cool, this is not a spoiler, this is just speculation, so I'm going to talk about it, that this article also mentions. It says that in the recent weeks, there's been rumor that's been spreading about a Succession contest arc, and once again, we don't know if this is true, none of this is out yet, so I will say it. Evidently, Hisoka gets stabbed by Noko and dies. Now that would be a huge change to have someone die on this show, because that almost never happens. And even more so, Kurapika goes mad and murders the entire Hunter Association, which once again is possible. Like, we don't know what his plan is. I think he's really cool, but there might be something about the Hunter Association, essentially, the Hunter Association betraying him, or whatever it may be. Maybe they endorse the Phantom Troop. I don't know, you know? Now, what I think is incredible about this is that sounds great. That sounds absolutely great, but leaks are never real. They almost never are, unless you literally, unless it's, I mean, especially for something like this. Like, you have no idea what Togashi's writing because he hasn't released any of it. And also, he could have been writing all of this and he could have decided to change it or whatever else. So none of those leaks are real, but it does give us some different ideas. So fans are cool with the fact right now, at least some fans are cool with the fact that there is not a season 2, but obviously, we are going to be getting a new season eventually. Now, when is that going to be? I don't know. I'm going to make some sort of clickbait title, and you guys are all listening to this right now thinking that I knew exactly what day it was. I don't. But what I do know is it's not canceled. That's what's important. All right. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Anime Analysis, and I'll see you next time.